On a perfect summer afternoon for baseball, we welcome you to Coors Field. Today, it's Game 2 of a 3-game weekend set between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Colorado Rockies. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Jeff Hoffman, a right-hander from the Empire State, gets the starting assignment here. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, another guy with a big arm, Jeff Hoffman. Big 3-pitch mix. Good fastball, 93 to 95 miles an hour. Good power curveball. It's not a true curveball. I'd say it's more of a slurve, and his changeup has gotten a lot better. Good 3-pitch mix, and he'll throw all 3 pitches at any time.
In now, Aledmus Diaz. He will lead this one off today. Now the pitch. Fouled away. These Rockies guys, they come in here hoping to make it 2 in a row as they broke a 3-game skid with a victory last time out.
Yeah, Matty, this place is buzzing right now. This team won the opener of the series yesterday, and they're looking to step on this team's throat and take the first 2 games of this series.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Parra shading to his right. 1 down. Now a chance to look at the starting 9 for the visiting St. Louis Cardinals. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, Matt, I'm a bit worried about the second hitter. I thought they might get a lot more production out of him this year, but I look at the numbers with runners in scoring position, and his batting average is less than .250 in those spots. If you're a guy expected to drive in runs, you're going to have to hit a lot better than that.
So the base is empty here with 1 away, and up next it'll be the outfielder Tommy Pham. Here's the first pitch to him.
Nope.
And he'll lay off a fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0. This is skied out toward right. Parra moves over, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this is foul for the first strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A bouncer up the middle. Story scoops it up. And he'll make that play look easy as the throw is in time to end the inning. Down in order go the Cardinals. And now the Rockies will go on offense for the first time. No score. Jack Flaherty will be towing the rubber for the Cardinals. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy comes into this start, Matt, having lost 2 of his last 3 starts, so you know he wants to get off on the right foot in this one. One of the keys, getting outs early and establishing his off-speed pitch repertoire early on in this one. We'll see if he can do that in this one here today.
Now at the plate, Charlie Blackmon. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. First pitch of the at-bat.
Nope.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Dan, D-Row, we take a look at this Cardinals ball club as they enter play this afternoon. They come in the midst of a stretch where they've dropped 6 of their last 9.
Yeah, Matty V. And you know what, D-Row? Now I guess it's time where you push that go button. You're getting a little sense of urgency. They find themselves in 3rd place, and if they want to be part of the postseason picture, it's time to get going and get going pronto.
Yeah, it's taken too long for this team to carve out any identity for themselves. They're going to have to find a way to get on a roll, offensively or pitch better. Something's got to change.
Pulled toward right center field. Pham on the move. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. With that, here's a look at the Rockies lineup card for this one. Mark DeRosa, tell us about this lineup in a daytime home contest.
Yeah, Matty, this lineup has struggled to score runs the last couple games. Last 3 to 4 games to be exact. They're going to have to manufacture it in a different way. Can't wait for that 2-3 run homer. They're going to have to get guys on base, put the defense on their heels a little bit, maybe a little hit and run, maybe a little old school baseball.
So one away here with the bases empty, and that'll bring in DJ LeMahieu. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that's off his leg on the mound. Thankfully, he's able to recover, and he gets the second out at first.
Batting third.
Striding in, Eric Hosmer, looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. First delivery to him on the way. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Time to take a look at the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Mike Fillmore.
Hey, you know, D-Roll, Mike Fillmore, he'll give a little bit off the edges, but he gets the respect not only from the pitchers, but from the players because his zone is consistent.
Yeah, as long as he's consistent, Dan, I'm okay with Mike Fillmore's zone. If a pitcher's pounding that zone.
Well, the left fielder's on it, and that retires the side. I think a few of these folks need to get out of the sun. We're off to the second, scoreless on the show. So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder, Paul DeYoung. The average for him entering play, not far north of 200. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. DeYoung in an 0-2 hole here.
Hey, he's not going to get away with that all day. He's got to find a way to get on top of that ball and bury it.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. Gloved by LeMahieu. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
So here's how the Colorado Rockies are positioned defensively. And guys, we need to seriously focus on the defense behind the dish today. This guy brings gold to the party, the ability to block balls, keep everything in front of him, shut down a running game, and massage his pitcher through 9 innings.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. A ball and no strikes.
There's not too many umpires in the game that are going to ring that first strike right there. That was borderline up, even though it was in the zone.
Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. A ball and a strike to the Cardinals' first baseman. A ball and 2 strikes.
Pretty lucky to get away with that one. There's not a situation ever where you want to throw a high changeup, so I think he'll try to make an adjustment with the next one he throws.
Ground ball right into the shift. Story picks it up, and the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out. Coming to the plate now, Jed Jerko. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. First pitch of the at-bat. Now this one's hit hard to left by Jerko and deep. Into the bleachers and gone. It's a solo shot here for Jed Jerko. Number 13 for him on the year, and the Cardinals move out in front 1-0.
Well, there's an old saying that the harder you throw, the farther it goes. How about this? Good fastball, and this ball is absolutely tattooed. See you later.
Batting 7.
Here's Randall Grichuk. As he tries to go out and get the slider, but it's not there. It's strike 1. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
This is a perfect time for him to break out that nasty changeup. Great arm action on it and bury something in the dirt. Try and get a swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. Pulled the string on him that time, and the inning is over. But the Cards are on the board first thanks to this solo blast. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Here's Nolan Arenado. He drove in his club's only run a night ago.
The third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
Jumped ahead with strike 1 there, and that's something he's going to do a lot of in this start. He doesn't have lights out stuff, so it's important for him to be pitching ahead and have the hitters on their heels.
Liner toward right center, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder David Dahl. He went hitless last night in a game where his guys could push across only one score. First pitch on its way. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone.
On 2-0, you can bet he's looking for a fastball that he can turn on and drive. Might be thinking about picking on that big hole between first and second.
Line toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Hey, you know what? You could slowly start to see that batter leak out over the plate. That was 3 straight pitches on the outer half, and he was able to dive out there and get an opposite field single. Nice job.
In is Gerardo Parra. He swings and sends a bullet to right field. But this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first down.
The St. Louis Cardinals attack you on defense in this fashion. And let's take a look at outfielder Stephen Piscotty. Stanford grad, so you know he's got the smarts and the baseball acumen to get it done out there. Big middle of the order bat, big time arm from right field as well.
Into the box now, Trevor Story, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. He's ready. Here's the first offering. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
Yeah, Matty, he's very late on that first pitch. I got to think he was guessing off speed.
Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. Line drive to center field. Pham is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Digging in now, Jonathan Lucroy. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. And there's a line drive. Base hit to left field. And a good throw will wind up holding that runner at third, so the bases become loaded now with 2 gone.
Boy, this is a big inning for him. How about back-to-back singles? The bags are loaded, and he is in deep trouble.
Yes, he is, no doubt about it. Nothing fires you up more than knocking the donut off your bat on the on-deck circle and realizing all the pillows are taken right now. Major traffic. You got to stay within yourself, not try and do too much and get a pitch in your zone.
No balls and 1 strike. Arenado on third. Dahl over at second. Lucroy at first. 2 out in the inning. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball right side. Gloved by Adams. On to first, and the Rockies fail to cash in as that ends the inning. Rockies leave them loaded. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Now in the box, Kurt Suzuki. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Kurt Suzuki.
First pitch on its way. And it's fouled away. The windup and the 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to take. 0-2 fastball just off the corner, and I mean just off the corner.
And a slider. Oh, got a favorable call on that one, as that's the first out of the inning. So with one gone in the inning, time for a quick check of the standings in the National League West as you get a look at where the Rockies find themselves entering play here today. And that's in there for a strike.
That pitch up in the zone called the strike, and that's a tough pitch for a batter to hit, though, that fastball that's high in the zone.
Behind 0-2 now. 1 out, nobody on. Grounded up the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. And a fastball flew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. Now he looks really sharp out there, guys.
Diaz.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Aledmus Diaz. First offering on its way. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
This lineup is flailing right now. They're having a hard time just making contact, let alone putting the ball in play.
In there, and it's 0-2 now. 2 out, nobody on. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Another 0-2 home. And he fouls this one off. The 0-2 once more. Misses for ball 1.
Well, one thing about him, he's an absolute grinder at the plate. You can pretty much count on him battling at the plate every chance he gets.
And this one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals, but they're on top 1-0. Here's Charlie Blackmon now.
Leading off for the Rockies, the center fielder, Charlie.
Now here's the pitch. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. This gets foul. It's 0-1. The pitch. Pulled toward right center field. Piscotty moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1. So one man gone now as we give you a look at the standings in the NL Central as you see where the Cardinals find themselves to this point in the season. Digging in for his second at-bat, DJ LeMahieu. Here's the first pitch to him. And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball one. Bases are empty, one man out. Here's a looping fly ball out to right. Jerko ranging into shallow right. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
The first baseman.
So bases are empty here with two gone. And standing in, here's the first baseman, Eric Hosmer. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now a swing and a miss at a slider for a strike. Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
That's a good take on that fastball there. You know he's looking for something up there to drive, but that was just a little above his happy zone. Not everyone has the discipline to hold back on those.
Now he spins on one here and drives it to deep right field. And this one is gone. A home run. And that's a special home run. Eric Hosmer continues to add to his major league total. That's the 200th home run in what's turning into a pretty nice career.
And guys, 200 homers is a feat a lot of players never even get close to. If you get to this point, you've definitely established yourself as something of a decent power threat. So you can bet pitchers are aware of his power when he steps into the batter's box. He's definitely earned some respect.
The third baseman.
As the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball one. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Count even now at 1-1. Bases are empty here with two men out. And he misses 2-1.
Wow, it just doesn't seem like he's being as aggressive as he was before he gave up that home run. Was throwing the ball great. Now it seems like he's a little bit more tentative throwing the ball across the plate.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Nolan Arenado. Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning. But the Rockies are able to knot things up thanks to this solo home run. We're through 3 here in Denver. All even now at 1-1. Digging in to try it again, Tommy Pham. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Two balls and no strikes to the Cardinals center fielder. Two balls and a strike to the St. Louis leadoff hitter.
You get yourself into count leverage 2-0 right there. You're looking to come unglued on something and be very aggressive. That ball had to nip the corner for him not to pull the trigger on it.
2-1 pitch is a fastball off the plate away, and it's 3-1 now.
Now this is a leadoff at bat. Great patience, and he's just waiting for that pitch. That's too good to pass up.
Full count, 3-2. Now the 3-2 pitch. He is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Time now for the Rockies Road to the Show report as we get a look at 2 players making some noise in the upper minors. One man gone for the Cardinals in the 4th. And up next, the outfielder Stephen Piscotty. Way behind that pitch. It's 0-1.
We're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well, and one of the reasons why, first pitch strike ratio over 70% up to this point in this game. Game.
And he'll continue this roll he's on. Make it 6 strikeouts in a row. Gracious, 2 away.
No better way to minimize the potential damage a cleanup hitter can do than to strike out both guys in front of him. Always a confidence boost when you can sit down the guys at the top of the lineup.
And a ball, 1-0. 1 run, just 1 hit, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. The 1-1 is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes, down.
Seven in a row. Flat out dominant, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Cardinals. On to the bottom of the 4th, tied 1-1. Riding in once again, David Dahl, a base hit in his first trip.
The left fielder, David Dahl.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Strike taken as that one catches the outer part of the plate. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Now on 0-2, I don't think we're going to see any more hittable fastballs. If we see one at all, it'll probably be extended out of the zone, or at least that'll be the intent.
A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Lifted the other way to left center. Grichuk is in pursuit. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. Standing in, Gerardo Parra. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch on its way. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. 1 run, 4 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Rockies thus far. Hit on the ground out to short. Diaz picks it up. On to first, and a good stretch over there is going to get him by a step for the second out.
Up next for Colorado.
And that brings in the power-hitting shortstop, Trevor Story. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. A shot to first base and caught there to end the inning. 3 up. Welcome back to Coors Field in Denver as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cardinals to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And he told me, overall, he's not happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've only managed 1 base runner in this game, so it's easy to see why he said they haven't shown much fight today. He's hoping to see someone step up and find a way to get something going, though. This game isn't out of hand, so it remains to be seen if they can snap out of this funk and climb back into this one.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Yeah, it really does, Matt, but this offense isn't helping him too much. It sort of feels like the next team to score is going to win this thing.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
he still might be looking for that release point on that curveball early in this outing. That one looked like it popped out of his hand behind his ear instead of out front. We'll see if he finds that pitch because it'll be important for him.
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. A look at our line score here through the first 4, and as we've mentioned, just 1 hit for these guys this afternoon. At the plate, Jed Jerko, and he's off to a hot start in this one. Homered his first time around.
Yeah, Matt, and going back to that last at-bat when he hit the homer, that was a fastball that was up in the zone. This guy likes the ball up in the zone, so if I'm on the mound right now, I'm thinking try to keep the ball at the knees and below. He doesn't handle that low pitch quite as well. Hey, D-Row, that's a one-out single right there. And, hey, the pitcher hasn't pitched out of the stretch in a while. He's been pretty sharp so far in this one.
Yeah, and hopefully that runner right there can get his attention a little bit more diverted on first base, and then he leaves a cookie over the middle of the plate.
Into the box, Rendell Gritchick. Hara is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down. Coming to the plate now, Kurt Suzuki. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
Ready with the 0-1. Hit high and deep to right center. Hara is after it. But it's the center fielder who gets there. And that ends the inning. 1 left for the Cardinals. Halfway home, all even at 1 apiece. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. During the commercial break, I discussed the Rockies offense with Colorado's manager, and he told me the quality of their swings needs to improve as the game moves forward. They're struggling to drive the baseball into the gaps right now, as only 1 of their hits has been for extra bases. That makes it pretty tough to generate runs. But he said it's up to everyone in the lineup to make the necessary adjustments. It hasn't gone their way to this point, but that shouldn't mean they can't put together some great swings the rest of the way.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Ball 1. The 1-0 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 1. Back up the middle. Diaz scoops it up. And that's out number 1. Into the box, Jeff Hoffman. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a liner. Foul. 1 out, nobody on. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2. Line drive to center field. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit. So the lineup card turns over with 1 away following the base hit out of the pitcher's spot.
Hey, I've been impressed with this guy. Not only has he thrown the ball well, but now he's mixing in a base hit late in the game, giving his manager options. Whether or not he wants to pinch run, keep him in there, go to the relief. I mean, he's opened up a whole weaponry box for the manager.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Hoffman leads off first with 1 away. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time.
That's a great job of keeping your hands back. You could tell he was totally fooled. His hip started leaking a little bit, but he was able to stay strong enough with his hands not to overcommit.
Now the 2-0 home. Into right field. That's a base hit. And And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
This is the cat and mouse of baseball right here. Batter versus pitcher. You fight so hard as an offensive player to get count leverage. 1-0, 2-0, 3-1. Check out the batting averages in those counts. And then check out the batting averages in even and behind counts with 2 strikes. 2-0, your eyes light up, and the batter didn't miss it.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. Throw to Adams is in time. They turn the double play. The inning is over. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. 5 innings complete, all tied at 1-1. So stepping in, Jack Flaherty looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at bat. Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. And he punches out another one. Make it 9 for the ball game.
Well, pitching domination continues. Just a total of 2 runs on the board. So both of these starters should feel really good about their showings. If you love good pitching, this has been the game for you.
And that'll bring up Aledmus Diaz as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. That misses to the Cardinal shortstop, and it's even at 1-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hard hit ball to short, and into left field for a 1-out hit.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fastball well outside. On the ground to short. This could be 2. Scooped up on the backhand. And he's safe.
Usually these guys turn the 6-4-3 double play in their sleep, but it looks like he rushed the feed there, and it sailed over the second baseman's head.
Standing in now, Stephen Piscotty, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. He's able to ride this one high and deep toward right center. Blackmon going back to the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And he'll make it up safely to third, so they're at the corners now with 2 men out. Big spot here. Runners at the corners, 2 gone. And that'll bring in the Illinois State product, Paul DeYoung. First delivery to him on the way. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Drives it out to deep right center field. Hara giving chase. And he brings it down to end the inning as the go-ahead run is left stranded. Cards strand a couple. Score remains tied 1-1. Striding in for the Rockies, Eric Hosmer.
Yeah, that last at bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball on. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he lays off there, 1-0.
Right here, he's looking to get himself into a good hitter's count so he can take a rip and maybe give his team the lead. He certainly has the power.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. There to play it is Grichuk, and that's the first out. Digging in once again, Nolan Arenado. A hit in 2 tries so far. Here comes the first pitch. Line to the right side. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3.
Up next for Colorado, the left fielder, David.
Digging in, David Dahl. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. From the stretch, here's the pitch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1.
Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn 2.
And a fastball runs a bit inside. He's down 2-0. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Turned on down the line. The second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 1 hit in the inning, but that gets erased. 7th inning coming up. All tied at 1-1. Welcome back to Coors Field here in Denver. All square at 1 as we get set to start the 7th. But before we do, let's take a look at the game summary to this point. Here's Matt Adams now. He'll start the 7th. And Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
1 ball, 1 strike, the count. The 1-1. Liner toward right center. But this will be run down out there in the alley. A nice play by the center fielder for the first out.
I know they say sometimes that these things even out, but that was a bullet line drive that gets caught. He would have represented the go-ahead run.
Here's Jed Jerko now. As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. Breaking ball called just a bit low. Fouled off. The 1-2. Line drive to left. Dahl is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
Stepping in now, Rendell Grichuk, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. No hits to this point. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Out of here to the deepest part of the yard. Randall Grichuk leaves the yard with a solo shot. 12 home runs for him now thus far, and the Cardinals take a 2-1 lead. Into the box now, Kurt Suzuki.
The catcher, Kurt.
As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball one. 0 for 2 for him to this point. A ball and a strike to count to Suzuki.
Case in point right there, Matty. We're seeing a trend, the north and south. A lot of pitchers working that elevated fastball and then breaking stuff off in the dirt. We used to see east-west, not the case anymore.
Fouled away. Hit the other way out toward right field. Parra has a read on it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side.
Ladies and gentlemen,
one for the Cardinals in the inning on this solo home run. Get up and stretch. It's now 2-1 St. Louis. At the plate, Gerardo Parra. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
And it's 1-1. For a base hit. So the leadoff base hit puts the potential tying run aboard in the late stages of this one.
They need to be aggressive right here from the offensive standpoint. Leadoff base hit, bottom of the 7th, you're down 1. This has to be the moment they scratch one across.
Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Jake Barrett takes the ball here as he'll enter with a runner at first and nobody out.
Now pitching and batting in the 8th spot, number 33, Jake Barrett. Now catching and batting 9, number 71, Carson Kelly.
Into the box, Trevor Story, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. From the stretch. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. And able to lay off the fastball away here. 2-1 now. Now tried to jerk that one, and it's 2-2. Parra on at first, nobody out. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
Piscotti on his horse. He's not going to have a play on it, and this might bring home the runner from first. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with a single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of role they could get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order. Ryan McMahon will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Pinch hitting for the Rockies, number 24, Ryan McMahon.
And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. And he's in a great spot. Tying run at third with a chance for a ball into the outfield to give his guys the lead. 0-1 count and the pitch. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball one. Slapped hard the opposite way. The catch is made. Here comes the tying run from third. And they've come back to tie it up as it's now a 2-2 ball game.
Well, that wasn't your standard sac fly hit. It was hit pretty low and hard, so it wasn't a given they were going to send it. But they did, and they add a number to the run column.
So it's a tight spot here. First and second, one man out. And into bat next, the big-time RBI man, Charlie Blackmon. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Ball one.
Fastball here too low, and it's 1-0. Runners are at first and second with one away. Rockies center fielder looking at a 2-0 count now.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with two guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
Too tight with that one. 3-0. And oh, not so fast, partner. A called strike on the inside part of the plate. 3-1 now. The 3-1. And that misses for ball four. So the potential go-ahead run moves over to third now.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news, a single probably drives in a couple of runs.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. It's been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. And the runners will stay put here on ball one. Line toward right center. And he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow. And they will not risk it. So with two away now, that go-ahead run is forced to hold tight at third base.
A really terrific play by the outfielder right there, snagging that one before it hits the ground and keeping the runner at third base.
Two away now in the Colorado seventh. And standing in, here's the first baseman, Eric Hosmer.
Yeah, and this is the guy for me. I think this is the guy in the clubhouse that the guys truly gravitate towards. The total package of Eric Hosmer's game is really special.
He went deep earlier, so that might have been a little bit of a message they were trying to send to get him off the plate. At the very least, they're clearly trying to get him from getting his arms extended again.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Putting himself in a pretty bad situation now on 2-0, and the base is loaded. He basically doesn't have much of an option but to challenge him right here.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball. 2-1, here it is. Almost got him to go around, but instead it's ball three.
I love the ability to hold up right there, especially with count leverage. I know you want to get aggressive in the strike zone, but he was able to notice that that wasn't his pitch.
Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway.
Definitely a big pitch coming up right here. He's going to be pumped if he can work his way out of this inning with the game still tied.
This is on the ground over to first. And Adams will just step on the bag, and that will retire the side. Couple of hits lead to 1 in the inning for Colorado. 8th inning coming up, and we are tied 2-2. Orville Siffel has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 14.
The next to bat for St. Louis, Carson Kelly. And this tie ball game is a battle of the bullpens now, and I'm sure you're enjoying that, Dan.
Bullpens are such a big part of baseball now, Matt. All these teams have such good 7th, 8th, and 9th inning guys. It all boils down to whose bullpen is better.
And it's fouled away. Here's the 0-2. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-2. 2-2 to the Cardinals catcher. Here now the 2-2. Count remains 2-2. The 2-2 one more time. Fly ball out toward left center field. Therefore it is Blackman, and he's got it for the first out. And there are the final numbers for the Colorado starting pitcher, and he'll be very happy with how the day went.
One of the big keys to having a good pitching performance is not being afraid to throw the ball into the strike zone. And this guy certainly wasn't in this one. Didn't allow a walk all game long.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. 1 out, nobody on. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
Good pitch right there from the reliever. Tough for hitters to do much with pitches in that location unless they're looking for it.
And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now.
The center fielder, number 28, Tommy.
Digging in, Tommy Pham. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch on its way. Now a ball grounded foul over toward the coaching box. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Oh, good spot on the black for strike 2. And struck him out. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. Score remains 2-2. Tyler Lyons is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 70, Tyler Lyons.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Nolan Arenado. 2 hits in 3 at-bats for him in this one.
The third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Pitch on the way. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike 1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Cardinals get the bullpen started here as a right-hander's up and warming. The 1-1. High in the air into shallow left center. Diaz has a play. He's got it 1 away.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range, heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
Standing in now, David Dahl. And that misses for ball one. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Just off the outside that time. Laid off for a ball. Nope. 3-0.
And obviously this guy's a double threat up there. He can run and he can go yard too. You don't want to walk him because he might steal a base on you, but you don't want to groove a fastball either because he can take you out of the yard.
3-1 to the Rockies left fielder. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2. Snatched out of midair at first base for route number 2.
The right fielder, number 8, Gerardo.
Settling in now, Gerardo Parra. He singled his last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
2 out, nobody on. Line to the right side. And this is going to get down for what should be extra bases. And there's your potential go-ahead run. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one. Well, that's why they call baseball a game of inches.
Yeah, you're right, Matt. He showed some serious hops, but not serious enough. He goes up high for it with the good leap, but he just can't bring it in. And that allows him to cruise into second with a good piece of hitting.
And there's the 4th wide one, so he's aboard on the intentional walk.
That's what's called getting the treatment. Everyone knows he's a power threat with the bat, so it's all about not letting him be the guy that beats you.
Big spot here. First and second, 2 men gone, and that brings in Jonathan Lucroy. Good lead off a second there. Now the pitch. Into center field, line drive base hit. The relay, go to second, and he's out. That'll end the inning, but they do score 1 on the play. Rockies forced to settle for 1. 9th inning coming up. Colorado's out in front, 3-2. Stepping in for the Cardinals, Stephen Piscotty. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once.
Piscotty.
Kevin Rosario comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Number 37, Kevin Rosario.
Here's the first pitch to him. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. High and deep to left center field. Blackman looking up. That one is out of here. This game is tied. So a solo shot here to left center field, and we are tied again.
Oh, man, he got hurt. His second pitch since coming in, and he serves one up. A reliever's worst nightmare, and a big confidence boost to the lineup. Let's see if he can rebound.
Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
The first baseman.
Now at the plate, Matt Adams. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. Pitch on the way. Starts him out with a curveball for a strike. 1 out, nobody on. And he fouls this one off. The 0-2 once more is an off-speed pitch taken for a ball.
Great arm action on that 2-strike changeup right there, but even better job at the plate to take that one.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
This inning didn't get started the way he hoped with that home run, but credit for flushing it and coming back here to get strikeouts on the last 2 guys. He's acting like it didn't even happen before.
0-1 the count. Hit down the third baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he strikes him out on a good pitch, so 1 run can win it as we head to the bottom of the inning. But the Cards are able to tie things up on this solo home run. Home half of the 9th coming up. We're tied now with 3 apiece. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Carlos Fabregas comes on to work now, and he's their usual closer, but this is obviously not a save opportunity.
Yeah, and this is all about just getting him some work, guys. He hasn't a chance to come in and close the game out for several days now, so they're just hoping they can keep him sharp and give him the chance to pitch in a real game situation here.
Carlos Gonzalez is up off the bench to lead it off as the possible winning run here in the bottom of inning number 9. Close there, but he doesn't get the call with the breaking ball. The 1-0 home. Hit in the air down the right field line. Heading after it is Piscotty. And he makes the catch in the corner. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Charlie Blackmon. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. First offering on its way. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. Oh, and that nearly sent us home and sent this crowd into hysterics, but it'll wind up a foul ball. Pops this one up, and this is down for extra bases. And there's your winning run moving into scoring position.
Hey, nice piece of hitting right there to put the winning run on base. I know there's 1 out in the inning. They got 1 more to play with that they could potentially be productive with. But this guy's looking to end this right now and put something in a gap.
Stepping in now, DJ LeMahieu. Hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Piscotty's on the move. And he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the 2nd out. First baseman Eric Hosmer is in. He's got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. Here's the first pitch. Oh, a fastball just about undressed him there. It's ball 1.
Most good pitchers know that they have to work inside and sometimes even come off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up there. I think that was part of the intent with that last pitch.
Before the pitch, a check on that winning run at first. And the runner back easily. The 1-0. Hit hard on the ground towards second. And that finds its way through for a base hit. Throw comes in quickly, but the winning run is in scoring position now with 2 away.
Now batting.
Chalk up another multi-hit game for this guy. He is absolutely on fire. On a nice hot streak as of late, and I don't see it ending anytime soon.
In now, Nolan Arenado. Hot shot toward third. And this is going to be a fair ball as it'll head to the corner. And the Rockies are going to win it in walk-off style.
Great when a game really comes down to the 9th inning like it did here. They had a chance to walk it off and send their fans home happy, and that's exactly what they did. Lots of smiles around here right now.
Time to single out one man for his efforts this afternoon, and there he is on your screen.
He was one of a few guys that really swung the bat well in this game with a pair of base hits. He helped propel his team to a hard-fought win.
A one-run finish, 4-3, the final tally today. The Colorado Rockies came through when it mattered in the 9th on the way to the win. Kevin Rosario gets the win in relief, his second of the year. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for the ball game this afternoon. For the victorious Rockies, 4 runs on 14 hits, 1 error, and 11 runners left on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 57 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
marine layer appears it won't be going away anytime soon, but nevertheless, we've got baseball from Petco Park. Today, Game 3 of this 4-game weekend set between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the San Diego Padres. It's Padres baseball next on the show. Luis Perdomo will be the man on the mound for the Friars. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
This guy has 3 pitches that he brings into his mix. And if he has all of them working, he has a chance to be really solid. A good pitcher, but he needs command of all 3 of his pitches.
Stepping in, Mark Trumbo. And we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Leading off the afternoon for Arizona, the center fielder, Mark Trumbo.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. In there, no balls and a strike. Guys, these Padres, as they take the field this afternoon, even after the victory last time out, they come in trying to turn things around as they've been slumping of late, winning in just 3 of their last 9 games.
Hey, Matty V, we're taking a look at a team right here, D-Row. Through 5 games of this homestand, they're 3-2. I know they were expecting more, but they'd like to win this one here today and get that up to 4-2 on this homestand.
Yeah, this is an important one right here. You don't want to go 500 first 6 games, especially at home. On the road, you can deal with it. At home, this is a must-win.
And just never could commit to the swing there, but he went around, and it's even now at 2-2. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2. Due next is Josh Reddick as he gets ready in the on-deck circle. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Margot's under it. Makes the play, 1 away. Time now to look at the Diamondbacks starting lineup. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, look out for Josh Reddick. He's got an on-base percentage of over 400 coming in. The elite hitters in the game put up numbers like that, so he has to be feeling really good about what he's done so far this season. I'm sure his club is pleased just as well.
Stepping in is Josh Reddick. He enters play at number 6 in National League batting average.
There's no way you could have forecasted this kind of season from this guy. Not to take anything away from him, but I don't think many people in baseball considered him to be one of the league's best hitters for average coming into this year.
In there, and he's in control 0-2 now.
Hey, you find yourself down 0-2, you've got to grind a little bit right here. I don't understand the game plan. Let's see if we can get this one back to even count.
Pulled toward right center field. Margot's under it. 2 down. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the power bat of Edwin Encarnacion. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Comes at him with a slider there, and he gets the strike. Top of the first, just underway at Petco Park. Yanked on the ground down the line, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball. Lifted in the air to straightaway left. Jankowski's there for it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. And now the Friars will get their first chance, no score. Digging in at the plate is Travis Jankowski. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The left fielder.
First pitch of the at-bat. High and deep down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. Well, guys, these Diamondbacks, as they begin play, they dropped another one last time out, and in fact, they've won just twice in their last 8 tries.
Yeah, guys, after the first 4 games on this road trip, they find themselves 2-2, kind of par for the course. But they got to find a way to play a little bit better today, kind of turn the tide and get it working in a positive direction.
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Time now to check the hometown Padres lineup card in this one. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, keep an eye on the dynamic abilities of Will Myers. Looking at the stats, man, I'm impressed. He's in the top 5 home runs in the National League coming in. When you're doing that, you're catching just about everyone's attention. Don't be surprised if he doesn't make something happen here today.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Snatched out of midair at first base for route number 2.
Batting third, the first baseman, Will.
Here's Will Myers. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
Right there, it's a temptation pitch. Power hitters like this are looking for pitches that they can drive. So that may have been one where he was trying to get him to chase up above the zone a little bit.
Polanco is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Nothing in the San Diego first. Will go to the second downtown, scoreless. So here's the cleanup hitter for Arizona, Gary Sanchez. In 8 at-bats in the series, he's collected 3 hits. First pitch on its way. A high fastball is in there. One strike pitch is a fastball high, and that evens things at 1. The 1-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2. Back up the middle and in for a base hit.
He's lucky it's only a single back up the middle and not a double in the gap or a home run. Pitches like that in the show get absolutely hammered.
Jake Lamb standing in now as he rips it on the ground to second. One there, on to first, and they get them both.
Batting fifth,
really good pitch from the pitcher right there. Down in the zone, hits on top of it, induces the ground ball double play.
Here's Gregory Polanco. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Margot's under it. And that ends the inning. Nothing doing for Arizona. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. So here's the cleanup hitter, Hunter Renfroe. First at bat for him in this one. He was 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night. First pitch coming. Here it is. A big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
Yeah, Matty, he's very late on that first pitch. I got to think he was guessing off speed.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Here's the 0-2. Fouled off. Smoked on the ground up the middle. Owings to his left. He's there. Throw just in time as they get him by an eye left.
The center fielder.
Into the box now, Manuel Margot. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. No balls and one strike. The windup and the 0-1. Got him to go after that one, and he's in a quick hold, 0-2.
Boy, so far early into this one, this guy's pitching really well. And I'm a big believer in body language. He's getting the ball. He's working really quick, keeping the ball down in the zone. And if you take a look at this guy so far early on, a lot of positive signs. He looks like he brought his good stuff in this one.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Hit the other way out toward right field. Reddick has a read on it, and that's the second out of the inning.
Batting fifth, the third baseman.
Now to the plate, Juan Gonzalez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Fouled away. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
This is why this guy is so effective. He's able to pound the zone, get ahead in the count, and now he has so many options to go to. I really couldn't tell you. It's a flip of the coin as to what he's going to throw right here.
And it's fouled away. And the cutter got him swinging. Strike three, and the side is retired. Padres down in order. We'll move to the third with no score. Ready now for the Diamondbacks, Chris Owings. And he's looking to turn the page. But that's been ice cold over the last 8 or so ball games. Here's the first pitch to him. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1-0. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Renfroe waits on it. One away. Stepping in, Logan Forsythe. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit in the air out to left. Jankowski's on the move. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And that'll bring up the pitcher, Taijuan Walker. Now the pitch. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1. Third inning, no score to this point. Slow roller down the third baseline. But this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now.
Might have been cheating for another fastball trying to get the head to that one.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the backs down in order. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Digging in, Tyler Marmolejo, 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. So with 1 away now, let's quickly give you a look at the standings in the National League West entering play today as you see where these two teams sit in relation to one another. 1 out now in the San Diego third, and Austin Hedges will be the next to hit. And looked inside, but that's ruled as strike. 0-1.
Hey, I watched Tom Glavine master throwing changeups inside to right-handed batters and getting them to pull it foul. If this guy can command that front hip curveball, he's going to go to it all game.
Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2. Now a ball lined to the left side. Foul. High in the air out to center field. Trumbo giving chase. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now. Next to the plate for the Padres, Luis Perdomo. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen.
Fastball in there for a called strike.
Padres still with the big goose egg in the hit column thus far. Line to the right side, but right there is the second baseman, and that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Up next for Arizona, Mark Trumbo. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
The 1-0 home. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike. And it's 1-2. And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd, with a strikeout, and there's 1 away. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect, and when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Into the box now, Josh Reddick, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. Liner toward right center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. This will kick up against the wall now, and he'll reach second now with 1 away.
Let's take another look at just a textbook swing right there. Good weight transfer, good hands to the ball, solid contact, and great extension through the ball.
Yeah, that's about as pretty as a swing gets. Nice look at it there from our camera guys as well. Edwin Encarnacion now, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. One ball and 1 strike to the Diamondbacks first baseman. Oh, and a big swing by Encarnacion as this is sent out to deep left field. And they take the lead. It's gone. So a 2-run home run for Edwin Encarnacion, number 392 of his career. And Arizona moves out in front now 2-0.
I think if this pitch would have been a little higher and in on his hands, it would have been effective. But he left this one belt high. Big mistake. He's a guy that will feast on belt high pitches on the inner half, which is pretty obvious now.
Standing in now, Gary Sanchez. He'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Oh, and ouch. That one drilled him. throw gets him. So they are able to get an out on an unusual play. And hopefully the pitcher's okay. And now they'll hustle out there and attend to their pitcher. And that was quite a shot he took, as you see him down on a knee. But if there's one thing I know about this guy, he will not want to come out of this game. And from all indications, it looks like he's going to try to continue. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And in to hit next will be Jake Lamb. Lined into left center. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances. So the 2-out success means Gregory Polanco bats this inning. And now time is called here as their pitching coach is going to pay a quick visit to the mound to discuss how they want to attack things here. He's set. Here it comes. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. Sent out to straightaway center field. Margot's under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. But the Diamondbacks pick up a couple courtesy of this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's now 2-0 Arizona. Now at the plate, Travis Jankowski back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Now a swing at a ball popped in the air back behind short. There's Owings to make the play, and that's the first down.
Now batting.
Good time now to check out the Diamondbacks Road to the Show report, as you see a couple of guys in the upper levels of the minors that have been making waves as of late. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jonah Conway. Here comes the first pitch. In there, strike 1. And that misses 1-1. The 1-1. Swung on and grounded foul.
I would say the pitcher would tell us up here that that wasn't great execution, but he definitely had him off balance. That is a pitch in his arsenal that he can go to.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Jonah Conway goes down for route number 2 in the bottom half.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
Into the box, Will Myers. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. The windup and the 0-1. Oh, he had him fooled there. No balls and 2 strikes. Popped him up. Forsythe is there for it. And that retires the side. Can't start any better than this. He's set down the first 12. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. Diamondbacks lead this one 2-0. Here's Chris Owings now. He's in to get things going here in inning number 5.
The shortstop with
first delivery to him on the way. Off the plate and low here, ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
2-1 now. Three balls and a strike to count to the Diamondbacks shortstop.
He's had command of his pitches all day, hasn't walked a soul, but we find ourselves in a 3-ball count here. Want to see how aggressive he gets in the zone.
Chopped to third. Gonzalez comes up with it. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. So striding in, Logan Forsythe. He flew out in his last at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Lifted in the air to straightaway left. Jankowski's there for it. 2 gone. So here now is the pitcher, Taijuan Walker. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
2 quick outs in this inning so far. His pitch count is really down. I think one of the keys is he's been attacking the strike zone early on, making these guys swing the bat so far in this one.
And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Conway from the outfield grass. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. And back at Petco Park in San Diego as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Matt, I talked with San Diego's manager during the inning break about the Padres' offensive production to this point. And he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now, that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Weak roller right side. Throw to first is in time for the first out. So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And that'll bring up the versatile center fielder, Manuel Margot. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. Even 1-1 count to Margot. The 1-1 home. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out. Still a little early to start talking about these things. There you go, right there. A big goose egg in that hit column, worth keeping in mind as we get later into the afternoon. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1. And he falls behind 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he fouls this one off. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. Padres down in order. They're still down. It's 2-0. Here's Mark Trumbo now. He's set to lead us off in the 6th inning.
The center fielder, Mark Trumbo.
And now a pitch on the way. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. Diamondbacks center fielder with a friendly 2-0 count. Hit the other way out toward right field. Renfroe is there. 1 out.
Now batting.
Ready for another chance. Josh Reddick. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at bat with another big hit right here.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once an AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
Hit out towards second. Conway takes it in. And there's out number 2. Edwin Encarnacion will stand in again as we flash you back here to the 4th inning. This was a 2-run home run that was definitely one of the big blows of the ball game to this point. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. A bouncer to the left side. Oh, a diving effort as it's off his glove. And the recovery will not be in time at first, and the inning will continue following the infield single.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, Dealer, in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
Stepping in now, Gary Sanchez. No balls and a strike to count. Encarnacion is off at first with 2 away. Now a swing and a fly ball. But this will land untouched. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. Here's the 1-2 delivery. High pop up. Marmolejo is there, and the side is retired. 1 left for Arizona, but they're on top 2-0. Leading off the inning, Tyler Marmolejo, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Now the 0-2 pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air, but this will land untouched. Another 0-2. Another protective swing that time, and another foul ball as the count stays at 0-2. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
That was a good job there of using the batter's aggressiveness against him. He was putting up a good fight and fouling a lot of balls off. So as a pitcher, it's a great idea to expand the zone even more and make the hitter really chase after something that's even hard to foul off.
Edge of the zone that time taken and ruled a strike. And it's a ball and a strike to Austin Hedges. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way.
Heading out towards shallow right. There to take it is Reddick, and there are 2 gone now. Clyde Escobedo will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 55.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. 276 the average coming in for him. 7 homers and 34 driven in. And he takes strike 2. Escobedo, 30 years of age. He was an 8th round selection back in the 2015 MLB draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Fly ball out toward left center field. Trumbo on the run. Running hard. He's digging for second. And that one skips up over the wall for a ground rule double. So a runner at second, 2 down now, and that'll bring up Travis Jankowski next. No balls and 1 strike. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Has a look, now the pitch. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More from the show. Saturday Baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. Back here at Petco Park, we're on to the 7th with the Diamondbacks out in front.
Ladies and
Before we
gentlemen,
get the inning
your
underway, let's get a look at our game summary to this point. Bill Silva is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a liner. And there's a base hit, so maybe some insurance here to lead off the 7th.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
In now, Gregory Polanco, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. The 1-0. Lifted down the line in left, but this will land untouched. They'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now. Padres are going to get something going out in the bullpen now as a left-hander has stood up to throw. The 1-2 is a changeup that's looked at for a ball. The 2-2 hit in the air out toward left. Jankowski has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1. So a runner at first now with 1 away, and next to bat it'll be Chris Owings. First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. Here it comes, 2-0. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Lamb, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Liner toward right center. And that'll get down for a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
Now, hey, Debro, looks like they might finally have something going after that base hit. First and third, 1 out, and maybe now they can get something started.
Yeah, you could tell the third base coach was going to be aggressive right there, right? A nice read by both him and the base runner to take that extra base and put them in scoring position. They've been struggling right now to get guys in scoring position.
The pitcher,
big spot here. Runners at the corners, 2 gone, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Taijuan Walker. Trying to keep the deficit right where it is. The pitch. Grounder down the line at third. 2 runs, 7 hits. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks. Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike. And he'll step off the rubber and go to first. Back in standing. Hit to short. Scooped up. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Diamondbacks strand a pair, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Stepping up now, Jonah Conway. He'll lead it off here against Taijuan Walker.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
This is on the ground over to first, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Digging in now for San Diego, Will Myers. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Here's a cold strike about thigh high, 0-1. Line drive to center field. Trumbo there to make the play, and there are 2 gone now. Two outs now in the San Diego seventh, and that'll bring up outfielder Hunter Renfroe. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. And he watches a called strike as this one bears in on him. 1-1. Good pitch there. Had him a little out in front.
So far, this has been a terrific outing for this guy. Throwing well, keeping his pitches to a minimum, locating his fastball to both sides of the plate. Good command of the off-speed pitches. Very little traffic on the bases. So far, he couldn't have drawn up to be any better than he has been so far in this one.
Seared down the first baseline. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. He'll get it into second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. Well, it took him till the seventh, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he didn't come out of what he was trying to do all day, Dan. Kept the front shoulder tucked, kept the ice water in his veins, and didn't try and get too big. Extends the hitting streak. Nice job.
You know, D-Row, I talked to him before the game about the streak, and he said the toughest part is he hopes to get hits early in the game to take the pressure off. He had to wait to the seventh inning in this one to come through.
Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. Here's a pop-up now. Encarnacion in foul ground, and the inning is over. One left for San Diego. They trail things here 2-0. Corey Mazzoni has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the eighth.
Number 60, Corey Mazzoni.
Back to the top spot in the Arizona lineup now, and stepping in, Mark Trumbo. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Here's the first pitch to him. Hops this one up. And a diving effort, but it's out of his reach. A foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. And it's 2 balls and a strike to Trumbo. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. A little indecisive with that swing as he waves through it.
Obviously not where he wanted that curveball to end up, but I guess it fooled him enough to get the swing and miss.
And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
I think if he executes that pitch on the corner instead of off of it, he probably gets some pretty weak contact, if anything. He jammed him pretty hard on the previous pitch, so my bet was he was going to try to cheat on the inside part, thinking it might be coming again.
Dan, you have to love it when your defense picks you up right there, keeping him at first base.
Boy, D-Roll, that looked like it had extra bases written all over it. Great job by the left fielder to get to that ball and get the ball back in, keeping that to a single.
Into the box now, Josh Reddick. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. The 0-1 pitch. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. Action now in the Padre bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's getting loose out there. The 1-1. Into right field. That's a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Now that.
Boy, D-Roll, when you're starting to swing it like this team, it doesn't matter. They bring in a new relief pitcher, right? And he gets greeted with back-to-back base hits.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you want to do. In today's day and age of bullpen down your throat, you very rarely see back-to-back knocks when these guys are throwing smoke.
That's one of the keys, too. When you come in facing guys out of the bullpen, they're being taught to throw strikes early, and they're taking advantage of it. He's throwing strikes, and they're jumping all over it.
Now that.
So digging in now, Gary Sanchez. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first. So the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk. And the force play is now in order. So striding forward now, Jake Lamb. He's 2 for 3 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Nope, that's a ball.
A ball and no strikes.
Nope,
In his
no.
career, Lamb carries a batting line a little over the 260 mark. And that misses low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes.
Putting himself in a pretty bad situation now on 2-0 and the base is loaded. He basically doesn't have much of an option but to challenge him right here.
Liner toward right center. Catch is made deep in the alley, and here comes the runner from third. And that'll bring home run number 3. It's now a 3-0 cushion.
Hey, every pitcher likes to have some runs scored for him, but particularly when you're throwing as well as he is tonight, and he gets another insurance run on top of it.
Ready for another shot now, Gregory Polanco. And they're runners at the corners now. Looking to minimize the damage here. Line drive, base hit into the left center field gap. This will kick up against the wall now. A run in. Here's a second runner around third. The relay throw, the tag, and he is out at third. And with that, the side is retired. So they pick up 3 runs on 3 hits. No errors, and no one left on base. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Diamondbacks 5. At the plate, Juan Gonzalez. He'll get things started now in the bottom of inning number 8.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fouled off. Here's the 0-1. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting, shortstop.
So coming to the plate, Tyler Marmolejo, 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. Out in front of it, strike 1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now.
2 strikes.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball 1.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
Fly ball out toward left center field. On the move is Polanco. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. Ready once again, Austin Hedges. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
Into the corner and slicing foul. And it wouldn't be a game in Southern California without the obligatory beach ball sighting as this one makes its way onto the field. A ball and 2 strikes now. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. They can't chip into that. Now we're going to have a Conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Phil Maton enters from the pen to start the ninth inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the ninth. Line hard, but foul.
Now catching and batting ninth, number 20.
Now the 0-1. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. And a swing and a miss at the curveball. A great pitch call there, and that's the first out here in the ninth. Stepping into the box, Logan Forsythe hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out.
Yeah, he hit it hard. That's all you can ask. You can't control the result sometimes, Matty. Just unlucky with the placement.
Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Forsythe is slugging a little under the 400 mark, so the chances of his connecting with the ball right here aren't particularly good. 2-0 now. Hit hard to short. Marmolejo is there. On to first, and there were two down. Danny Santana will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 23, Danny Santana.
Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike one. That batting average hovering in the high 230s. 8 home runs and 23 driven in. Hard hit ball to second, and that is in there for a 2-out base knock.
Whoa, that ball was close. Whizzed right by his head. I think he probably heard it go by, guys. That's pretty unsettling for a pitcher. Trust me, I know.
Into the box, Mark Trumbo, as he'll lay off a curveball up in the zone for a ball. 1-0. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. It's a ball and a strike. Throw over to first, and he'll be back in standing up. Santana, the runner at first with 2 gone. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2.
Well, late in a game like this, calls that don't go your way can really throw you off when you're on the mound, but you just can't let it happen. His composure is getting a little test right here.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Jankowski will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. 1 left for the Diamondbacks. Stan Jeffries will take the ball now as the new pitcher.
Number 0.
Striding in to start the ninth, Ricky Ryan, and they'll need him to get something going here. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1.
Not a bad idea right there. Make this guy work and see if he can throw the ball over the plate. Throws the first pitch for a strike. They need to get some runners on base, and not a bad plan. Unfortunately, the pitcher came in with a strike on the first pitch.
And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
For me, check swings are right there next to bang bang place at first as the most difficult calls for an ump to make. Taking a look at show motion, the batter doesn't appear to hold up enough, so I think the call was right.
Travis Jankowski is in with one away now as he swings and misses here at strike one. 1-1 to San Diego's leadoff batter.
That curveball is a pitch you have to get on top of, or else it'll take off just like that one did.
Trying to bunt his way on, but this has popped up. Lamb is there, and folks are starting to head for the exits now. Two gone here in the ninth.
The second baseman, Jonah.
Here comes the first pitch.
Conway.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0.
A great case of a manager sticking up for his pitcher right there and giving that umpire an earful. He didn't get that pitch called the way he wanted it to, but the manager's planting a seed in that umpire's mind to try to expand the strike zone so some of those borderline pitches start to go his pitcher's way.
Down the third baseline, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. San Diego down to their final strike. High in the air into shallow left center. And he'll put this one away to end it, and the Diamondbacks have bounced back from consecutive losses to take game 3 of the series as this ball game is over.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, so they are very happy with this win.
5-0 the final score today. Arizona took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Taijuan Walker earns his 5th winner of the year as he finishes 7 innings with only 2 hits allowed. Luis Perdomo pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon: for the victorious Diamondbacks, 5 runs on 11 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 54 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon, and we remind you to please drive home safely.